I woke up that morning thinking it'd be just another quiet day in the neighborhood. Coffee, fresh air, maybe wave at the mailman. You know, small suburban peace. But as soon as I opened my front door, I saw them. Two sisters, marching up my driveway like they were storming the beaches of Normandy. Their faces were red, voices already raised, and before I could even sip my coffee, one of them shouted, "Do you think this is funny?" I leaned against the doorframe, mug in hand, trying not to smile because honestly, I had a pretty good idea what this was about. "You humiliated us," the younger one said, pointing her finger at me like she was delivering a closing argument on some courtroom drama. The other chimed in, her voice sharp and shaking. "People are talking about us because of you." Now the thing that had them so worked up? My Wi-Fi name. A couple nights earlier, after another long HOA letter about my too long grass and trash can visibility, I'd changed my network name to something snarky. Nothing vulgar, just enough that anyone scanning for Wi-Fi could tell it was about them. And judging by how fast they were on my doorstep, it had worked. I didn't deny it. I just sipped my coffee and said, "Well, I guess not everyone would have known it was about you, until you just announced it to the whole street." For a split second, they froze, and I swear I heard a lawnmower stop across the street. My neighbors were watching. They always were. From that moment, it turned into war, not the loud, explosive kind, but the slow burn kind. Within 2 days, I had another HOA letter taped to my door. Grass too long. Porch light too dim. Mailbox not regulation color. Each fine signed by the HOA president, a guy I'd never seen without one of those sisters standing right next to him. I could have just paid the fines, trimmed the grass, stayed quiet, but no. Instead, I poured another coffee, sat at my laptop, and changed the Wi-Fi name again. Something even more clever. By the next morning, 3 neighbors had already sent me screenshots, laughing. The sisters? They were furious. They started whisper campaigns, catching people in driveways to tell them how unstable I was. They even knocked on my door at midnight just to glare and walk away. But here's the thing, I wasn't mad. I was patient. And patience is deadly when you're dealing with people who thrive on drama. Every time they turned up the heat, I just changed the Wi-Fi name again. Each one a little sharper, a little funnier. The neighborhood started tuning in like it was a TV show. Cars slowed down when they passed my house. People smiled, waved, even asked what the next episode would be. Eventually, the sisters couldn't take it anymore. One afternoon, they showed up on my driveway again, breathing fire. "This is defamation," one of them yelled, shaking with anger. "We'll sue you. We'll take you to court if that's what it takes." And that's when I did something that really shocked them. I set my coffee mug down, looked them in the eye, and said, "Then I guess I'll see you in court." Fast forward a few weeks, and there we were. The courthouse smelled like wood polish. The benches were packed with neighbors pretending to be there for jury duty, but really just coming for the show. The sisters strutted in like they were walking a red carpet. They had this look on their faces like they'd already won. Their lawyer got up first, painting me as some cyberbully with a vendetta. Then the younger sister took the stand, her voice trembling with outrage. "This man has ruined our lives. People laugh at us when we walk down the street, whisper behind our backs, call us Karens." The courtroom was dead silent, except for a neighbor in the back trying not to laugh. Then the older sister jumped up, shouting, "Everyone thinks we're villains because of him." The judge had to bang the gavel just to get her to sit down. When it was our turn, my lawyer stood, calm, collected, and explained to the jury that Wi-Fi names aren't billboards. They're not published anywhere, not forced into anyone's mailbox. He said, "If they see themselves in the word Karen, that's not my client's doing. That's their own insecurity speaking louder than any Wi-Fi signal ever could." And just like that, the whole room cracked. First a chuckle from the jury box, then laughter rolling through the benches. Even the bailiff hid a grin. The sisters were fuming, their faces turning crimson. Then came the knockout punch. My lawyer held up screenshots, not of my Wi-Fi, but of the sisters' own posts in the neighborhood Facebook group. All the times they had publicly called out neighbors for leaving up Christmas lights too long or parking too close to the curb. "These two have no problem shaming others publicly," he said. But when the joke's on them, suddenly it's harassment. You could feel the mood shift in the room. The jury's eyes went sharp. People were nodding. The sisters looked like someone had just pulled the floor out from under them. The judge leaned forward, tapped the gavel, and said she'd heard enough. Then, Clear as day, she ruled in my favor, case dismissed, and ordered the sisters to pay my legal fees. The place erupted. Neighbors clapped. Some even cheered. The sisters grabbed their purses and stormed out, but the laughter followed them all the way down the hallway. When I got home that night, I sat on my porch, coffee in hand, and changed the Wi-Fi name one last time. Something simple, something final, something that would pop up on every device in the neighborhood. Courtroom losers. The next morning, my phone lit up with laughing emojis, screenshots, memes. The sisters? Their curtains stayed shut for days. Their power in the HOA, gone. And here's the part that still makes me shake my head. I didn't really win by being clever. I won by letting them show everyone who they really were. All I had to do was hold up a mirror and wait. So, tell me, was I wrong to keep trolling them? Or did they have it coming the moment they tried to turn the whole neighborhood into their battlefield? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know whose side you take. And if you've ever had neighbors like this, share your story. Trust me, I'm not the only one who wants to hear it.